Hey there guys, so today we have another review and this is a battle beers between two Gueuze. This is between Drie Fonteinen and Hanssens Oude Gueuze. And so these are two traditional Belgian Gueuze. And if you guys don't know, traditionally Gueuze is a three different years of lambic. So 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old lambic blended together. And it's a barrel-aged beer, really nice and tart and funky. And yeah, really excited to bring you guys these two beers from Belgium. Let me make sure this one, okay, this one goes here. So yeah, two beers. If you guys know Gueuze, these are two pretty famous beers. Unfortunately, I don't have a Cantillon for you guys to review, but you know, these two beers are actually easier to get than Cantillon. This beer you can actually get online, Belgian in a box. And if you have a bunch of friends or you just want to order a large amount of Drie Fonteinen, just go online and you probably can find it. I actually did that through a friend. A bunch of us just you know, pitched in and got a big box of this beer. So that's recommended. And then also the Hanssens Artisanal is a shelf beer in America. So that's always a nice one. So really excited to see how these two beers compare. Unfortunately, this is why I like doing paper cups. I think these two beers, yeah, these beers are relatively similar, very different in appearance. So I won't be able to do this blind, but you know, let's do it anyway. I really have no preference for either. This one I've never had, and this one I believe I've only had once. So I pour this one first. Sure, let's dig into this one. Beer comes in a nice, oh wow, really nice, almost like a peachy kind of color. Yeah, dark orange, almost hazy, almost looks like a really nice double IPA. Let's get the aroma on this. Ooh, that's awesome. Rich amounts of lots of lemon, good amount of funk. Oh, that's awesome. I also get this. This is a note that I get in a certain amount of sours, and a lot of people, or some people I know, don't pick up on it. But I've also spoken to some people that do pick it up. It's sesame seed, toasted sesame seed, and I get that in this. I know it sounds strange, but yeah, it smells like toasted sesame to me. Sesame seeds to me is just like eating and grinding on just straight sesame seeds, like nothing with it, just like eating pure sesame. And I remember that specific note about this beer because I have had this beer against Cantillon Gueuze and I actually preferred Cantillon, not this beer, but awesome stuff. Cheers. Wow. That's awesome. I thought I was getting that in the aroma, but there's this wonderful punch of fruitiness. It's pretty interesting for a lambic. It punches of almost like a juicy white grape. There you go. Yeah, a lot of white wine character, juicy white grape, a lot of lemon kind of tart quality, good amount of funk, a residual kind of acetic note that's sort of burning down a little bit. Again, like pure lemon juice kind of flavor. Not too much vinegar, but just like a lot of puckering kind of tart quality. And that sesame note is coming through again. Yeah, as I drink it more, I'm getting more of that note. Really nice and drinkable, really nice and complex. It's a good amount of funk as well. So it's like a funky sesame kind of note. Yeah, you get this kind of, they call it wet hay. I call it wet hay, sort of. I guess that's what I've learned to sort of call it. It has this hay kind of wetness about it. It's not as funky as something like a horse blanket, which some people use. I've used that before, but yeah, not specifically for this one. Again, so it's sort of a wet hay. Think of something like just hay getting wet and just like a farmhouse and that kind of aroma. Really nice and refreshing. Yeah, it's really nice. It has a nice kind of crackery malt behind it. It's not too tart. It has a nice, really rich kind of fruit quality. Again, that kind of juicy white grape I was talking about. A little bit of white wine quality, a good amount of that kind of traditional Gueuze kind of tart quality. Really, really nice structure on the backbone of the malt. Awesome stuff. Let's get the aroma on this one. That is a lot weaker of an aroma. It does have a heavy amount of funk though. This one's smells a lot more white wine like. I'm getting a big punch of, again, a kind of white grape kind of thing. But it has a little bit more dense of a swampiness. Yeah, just a little bit more intense kind of funk kind of thing. A little bit more sock-like, a little bit more wet hay-like. It smells a little bit less tart. I'm not really getting the sesame quality I was getting on this one. Cheers. I'll probably move these to, you know, because I'm drinking them like this. Oh, wow. Anyway, while I was talking, that's an awesome beer. Wow. That is different. Up front, punched with a good amount of funk. A lot, even more white wine than this one. This one's more like a juicy white grape. This one's more like, you know, fermented grapes kind of thing. So you get the fermented funkiness, a lot of kind of white wine character, a good amount of lemony quality. I get a touch of honey somehow, even though this is a sour beer, so I imagine there's not too much sugar left in it. Really nice. It actually sticks a little bit sweeter. This one has a little bit more prickly kind of carbonation. This one's a little bit smoother, silkier, wholesome of a beer. Also wonderfully tart, a lot of kind of lemon kind of quality. Good kind of floral notes as well. This one's probably a little bit more sour. This one is really nice. I really like this one. Between these two, I mean, I probably would have been able to figure out this was if I could do this blind, because these two beers are not really up to snuff on appearance similarities that I would have been able to mix them up and not tell the difference. This one's a little bit more carbonated, so I could tell that. But knowing that, which one do I prefer? That sesame thing is really interesting. As you drink it more, you get more of that. Guys, post below if you get that in some of the sours. I get this very much prominently in this one. It's actually almost offensive to me now. Like, all I can think about is just that weird flavor. This one's more drinkable to me. I like it more. Yeah. It's a little bit more, again, more like a pure white wine kind of quality. This one's a little bit more spritzy. But it really doesn't pack as much for me as this one. This one just has a little bit more funk, a little bit more tart. Actually, maybe even like it more because it's a little bit more still, less carbonated than this one. Reminds me again of like a really just strange, funky kind of white wine kind of thing. So there you guys go. The Hanssens, the shelf one is better in my mind by a little bit. I think it's a preference thing. It's completely up to preference, actually. I don't think this one's clearly better. I could definitely see someone preferring the Drie Fonteinen, but yeah, for me right now, sitting here having these two right here, I prefer the Hanssens. Let me know, guys, if you've had either of these two beers, whether you prefer Cantillon, maybe you've had all three together. Just between these two beers, which one do you prefer? And until next time, guys, cheers, later.